What is going on tonight? I think it's Friday night still, right? It is Friday. What a week. What a week. What a week. So just wanted to jump on real quick and dispel a few little um, you know, rumors and things being said and let's talk about the joys of lymphedema and my crazy life. So it is Friday the 24th, and this is my weekly vlogcast episode of Domain Reality, where I talk all about life, what's going on, living, lymphedema, learning new things, hanging out with my tutu, which I haven't seen her all week. So upset about that. That's been like the worst. Um, if you are here, post a comment. Let me see if my comments are working on this end. Um, and then we're just going to jump right all in. If you'll notice, not often are you going to see me with no makeup these days, but yeah, I figured we'd just go, all out and tell the whole glorious story, and you could see all the greatness that comes along with what I'm dealing with right now. So, um, yeah, just shoot me a comment if you're in the live right now. That way I know they are working. Do, 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 do. All right, looks like they are. Looks like they are on this end. I'll comment on my own. Just joking. So, this is me with lymphedema. This is my new friend. This is how I got to come home yesterday. Very easing into it. It is not very wanted, not very welcomed, but I was ready to come home. Much to my blessing, they listened, and after 5 days in isolation, I got to come home. So let's jot on back to last week. Friday, Saturday, posted a video. You saw it. Me and Tutu, we made a cake for Dakota and his birthday. It was the most god awful ugly cake I've ever made in my life, but we had a great time doing it. Amazing time together, and that is why I posted it, because we had a great time. And I feel like doing activities like that is very important to a child, or a grandchild, or even a grown child. When you have activities and you do them together, even if things don't turn out just perfect, don't delete it, don't erase it, don't say, oh, that memory sucks, I'm not going to remember it. No, it's going to be the funniest thing in the world, 5 years down the road, to look back and think how we destroyed Dakota's birthday cake. It tasted great. It was great. And she followed directions. I followed directions. We had a blast. Just the cosmetic, don't ask me to ever decorate a cake. Because Toot obviously got my skills, and they are none in the decorating of the cake department. So if you saw that video, you saw my face looked normal. I did a training for a former client. Later on that evening, video chatted for an hour with 25 people in the room. Everything fine. And so that ended kind of late, and that was Saturday night. And we'd had a great week. I mean, Toot had been here every day last week. We had just fun for Dakota's birthday. It had just been a great week. And so Saturday night, I was laying down and noticed I lay on this side of on my face. I just always have. That's the most comfortable to me. I could not put any pressure on my face. I couldn't get comfortable. Pillow still wasn't working. So I thought, oh, maybe I have, maybe I bumped my head or something. I was like, which let me just tell you that happens a lot more than you think and a lot more than it should. Yeah. So, I just couldn't put any pressure. I was really almost at the point of tears. It's super late. Well, super early in the morning. Because y'all know that my sleep schedule is completely like zero. So I got up, I took a warm shower. I thought maybe that would help the steam, put like a warm compress on it. Well, then all of a sudden I started feeling it like a knot, and you can actually still see the knot here, a knot. And then it almost was like a swollen line all the way down my face, and then a knot at the bottom, which you can still kind of feel, but it's not as pronounced as it was. Let me see. This is, but this is not. So I was kind of freaking out. So, me, I just decided to take my camera out and take some pictures. So I take some pictures of my face. I'm like, my face is kind of swelling a little. And so I kind of, was at the point of tears for hours and hours, and I couldn't figure out what to do. I called my on-call doctor, who is great. And she said, let's watch it. You just started a new antibiotic. Let's see. And backstory, I've been on antibiotics for about almost 9 months straight. I can't seem to fight an infection that's going on within the lymphedema area, lymphatic system. So that's kind of been a nonstop. And so I was like, okay. So I laid down. I got about 30 minutes of sleep. Got up, and my face was really swollen. And so I started to notice it moving like over into my eye area. My eye was real puffy, and I was like, what is going on? So I called my on-call back, and she said, get your rear end to the ER. We're not even waiting. This was Saturday. We're not even waiting till Monday. Go to the ER. Well, I have been avoiding the ER and hospitals at all costs because of COVID. And so let me preface this by saying I had 0 COVID symptoms. What are people messaging? Random. Summer, stop. I'll look at your video in a minute. Oh, Lord of mercy. We are a hot mess all the way together. So back to that. 0 COVID symptoms. 0. No fever, no cough, no congestion, no aches not associated with my disease, no pains, none of the symptoms. I've been very cautious about anything and everything that we've done from day one, back to when they shut down the rodeo and I didn't see my own children for a month and a half, almost 2 months, to, every single thing. People come to my house, me going out in the public. I mean, taking every precaution because I know my immune system doesn't work right. So I know that I'm at a higher risk. So 0 symptoms. So get to the ER. By the time I get to the ER, my eye is almost, all swollen. It's moved completely over. It's all swollen. So they take me immediately back. They start running tests. They do a CAT scan with iodine. They've decided that there's some type of infection. It has gone into my ocular, whatever. I needed an ophthalmologist specialist that dealt with infectious disease that they did not have at that hospital. So they had to transfer me to another hospital. Didn't like the sound of that to begin with. So they're prepping me. They're calling these other hospitals. It should be no issue. Get you transferred. So then they come at me with this swab, shoving it in my face. And I'm like, look, I don't want this test. I know that I know that I've taken my precautions. I know that I'm fine. God dang it, if they didn't shove them things up and tickling my brain, and I was about to punch somebody because I was already feeling like crap. I tried to be so pleasant. It just wasn't happening. You're poking my brain for no reason. Stop. So they did those literally within 2 minutes. The doctor guy is yelling over at the nurse that's, prepping me IV wise, to come here right then, come there. And so she's like, I'm doing something. He's like, no, stop and come here. And so he tells her that I'm positive for COVID. So I literally am beside myself in tears. Because not only was I in disbelief, I was like, no, that's not right. So they're like, yeah, it's right. And I'm like, dude, that didn't even take 2 minutes. Like, how was it right? But then not only am I worried about myself, I'm worried about my family. I'm worried about my granddaughter that I've been around all week. I'm literally in tears. I almost completely lost it because I'm there by myself. It's already a frustrating situation. I already have this, thing happening that I don't even know what's going on. And so they moved me, and preface this that I was laying on a gurney in a hallway. So they moved me to this little bitty room the size of a closet that had no air circulating in it. If you know me, you know that I'm a claustrophobic fool. No air, hot as hell. Nobody comes in there because nobody wants to mess with you. There was antibiotics they were supposed to start that hadn't even started yet, but nobody could find them. And I'm like, guys, you're killing me. So what went from, it should be an hour before we get you transferred, to like 5 hours. So I was not happy. I was not happy at all. By the time they came and picked me up in the ambulance, because they take you from an ambulance from that hospital, I ended up, one of them's crooked. That's really going to bother me till I get used to it. So I was in Texas City. So they ended up taking me from Texas City to UTMB, Galveston. Jeannie Sealy, which I kind of was, but no place else had beds. No place has beds. And I understand that. We're going to go for the cares. We're going to deal with it when we get there. So get down there. They take me straight into isolation, like an ICU isolation room. I have to tell you that is an experience all in itself. To be locked in a room, you can't leave. They're talking at you through windows, barely coming in. When they're coming in, they're so garbed up that it's like, are they even able to like function? And I'm about to show you something that normally I wouldn't show, but I want you to have the full experience of what happened, because I think a lot of it has to do with, they're in a hurry, they want to get in and out, and I want to preface this by saying that I ended up having amazing care, amazing doctor teams that came in and took really great care. They saved my eye, because I could have lost total vision in my eye. They took really great care of me. The nurses on my floor were amazing. But I think they're overworked. I think they're overstressed. And then you'll hear a portion of the story in a minute that is, you're going to be like, and it really plays into everything that I've said from day one on this. So as you look, I don't know if you can see, this is, so I'm just going to show you now because you're going to see me out and people are going to say, why? These are the ones that I can show you. And obviously I have so these are the ones that I can show you. And then, my face is still swollen just a little, still got the knot here. Those are from IVs, and I had six IVs, and so many sticks that I can't even tell you. And I was there 5 days. My chest, my stomach looks the same. So if you see me out on the road, I didn't fall down the stairs. I didn't run into a wall. I actually was in isolation for 5 days. So after, we kind of get the eye under control and we, figure out where we're going with that. I tell them, I said, y'all need to retest for COVID because I'm adamant that I do not have it. I still have not shown one symptom. They were adamant that, oh, you don't have to show us. No, you're going to prove to me that I have it. I'm sorry. You're going to take a real test and we're going to do this. So I, had them retest me. And the next day, not that same day, not immediately. I'm telling you, the other test was like 2 minutes. But the next day they came back and they said it was negative. And I said, I knew that. I was very confident in that. I still am very confident in that. You do see the oxygen, that is from the lymphedema. The swelling has moved up from my legs. It's in my chest and it's pressing. I'm having a hard time breathing because of the lymphedema. Nothing COVID related. So even with so this was day 3, even with a negative test result, which was very important to me because of how involved I had been, how careful I had been, but also how involved I had been with my granddaughter. But even with a negative test result, what was said to me by the head of my doctor teams, I had 4 teams working on me, was that even though that I was negative, they were going to consider me positive. So let that sink in. Even though I was negative, they were going to treat me as though I was positive. They were going to consider me positive. So why? I don't understand that. I mean, if you are a nurse, let me know why. Is it for the funds? Is it for the precaution? Like, that to me would be a relief. That to me would be an utter relief as a healthcare worker to know that, hey, my patient came back and they really didn't have this. So if you are a healthcare worker, let me know why that is the case. And if that's the case at your hospital, if you work at UTMB, John Sealy, once again, let me say, I had my inhibitions about going down there. I had amazing care. My nurses were off the chain. My doctor staff, like I said, I had 4 different teams. They were each amazing. Each of them have called me. Today's my first full day home. Each of them have called and talked to me today. They had everything in place for me to leave with the oxygen and medications called in well before I even left the hospital. I think that they were very open about the plan of action that we were taking. I think they attacked the problem and ultimately saved me my vision. So I'm very thankful to them. I'm just wondering why this stigma of you have COVID and we're going to treat you like that, even though I didn't, is there. So, yeah, so I got out last night. Thank you to my sister Summer for picking me up and bringing me home. I left my room after 5 days, and I had not looked out the window. I had the blinds closed. I can see how somebody can go into a very low mental state in the room for multiple days. I was there just a few days and I literally felt like I didn't want to get out of the bed. It was very depressing to me. I didn't want to eat. I didn't want to watch TV. I didn't even get on my phone. Just very absent. Didn't answer the phone when people called. I'm sorry if you called and I didn't answer, especially to my family. I just really didn't want to. That's a hard thing to admit, but I can see how people that are in those isolation rooms go into that state. So, yeah, definitely prayers for each and every one of them that still are there, that have had to go through those long journeys. I couldn't have made it very long. I definitely will tell you that would not have made it very long in isolation. The Lord is good to me. He has been my whole life. I don't have COVID, and I'm home now. I get this beautiful new apparatus that will be attached to me for at least a month. I don't have to wear it 24/7, but anytime my oxygen drops below a certain level, I have to have it on. So that's kind of why I pushed the live back tonight. I was hoping my oxygen would jump up. It just wasn't happening. So I just said, hey, let's just attack it full force. So this is my new decoration. You can see the swelling is going down. It is still there a little bit. I don't want to show pictures just because I don't want to scare anybody, because it didn't look too great. Just know that my eye was like I couldn't open it. I could not open it for 2 days. My whole face was swollen, probably double, triple the size. I couldn't pull my hair up, couldn't pull it down, nothing. So it's been a week. So what's been going on with you guys this week? No, for real. Lymphedema is not fun. Being in stage 2, going 3, like I am, is not fun. I'm hitting hurdles after hurdles after hurdles after hurdles, but I got strong thighs and I can knock hurdles down all day long. You guys just promise you'll always pick them up for me. So I probably will limit my adventures with Tutu this week, just to be on the safe side, and I still got to kind of get a lot of energy back. However, I did shoot a video y'all haven't seen, and it's the cutest in the world, because she is the cutest in the world. So my sister and I actually ventured and got a storage unit at the beginning of this month, and flipped it, and it was a learning experience. It was fun. It was something we did together. But I also got a mystery box that Toot opened. We were supposed to do it on camera, and that just didn't happen. But it's the cutest video in the world. What else is better than watching a 2-year-old just rip through a box? I mean, it's great. So I'll put that up this week. And if you guys have any adventures for her and I, or if you are have a product that you promote, or you sell, or you make, that you'd like me to highlight, do a review on, definitely send it over. I will be at the house for a little bit. But it has been a blessing having each and every one of you come into my lives, just enjoy them. This vlogcast is just to, help other people that might be going through similar things. Lymphedema is a disease that people don't talk about, people don't know about. And, the things that just happened, the infection in my face, is something that I have to get used to, things that I'm going to have to deal with. So they might think that they're alone, or just like I did. I think I'm alone sometimes, but I know that I'm never alone, because there's millions of people that have this disease. It's just not a widely known disease. So I hope each and every one of you have a blessed weekend. Stay dry, stay safe. Remember, turn around, don't drown. Charge your phones. If you have ideas for me and Toot, leave a message. If you have a product for me or an idea for me to do a vlog cast on, leave a message. If you haven't already, pop on over to my YouTube. Make sure you follow and subscribe. Since I'm going to be quarantined this week, I'm going to have a lot of stuff coming out. So hope y'all have a blessed day. We're going to make it through this. You, me, the fence post, the horse, and the puppy dog too. I don't know where that came from. It's just in my brain. I hope you have a great Friday night, because it is still Friday night. This is Angel. I'm signing off, and this has been Domain Reality. Remember, pop over to YouTube. You're on Facebook. Pop over to YouTube, like my YouTube channel, follow it, and subscribe so I can, get monetized over there and, do some bigger videos for you guys and, amp this thing up a bit. Thanks for coming by. I hope y'all have a great night.